Hello everybody and welcome. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official Twitch LOTRO stream channel. And I am your host, Little Redhead. I will be taking us around the world of LOTRO for the next couple of hours. So yeah, exciting stuff happening. So Lord of the Rings Online's been around for almost 15 years. They're having the 15th year anniversary coming up this spring. This April is when they celebrate the anniversary. And so they're adding new content on a regular basis. And one of the things they did a year or two ago is they filled in a piece of the map in the Breeland area and called the Wildwood. And people really received that well. So they have just added a new area called the Angle of, the Angle of a complicated elf word. We're gonna head there. Mitheithel, Mitheithel, perhaps. Okay, so I'm gonna take us to Rivendell. We're gonna start there. So, yeah, 2 out of the 3 of us are here, and then I think our third is joining us in the Trollshaws. So the Trollshaws is the area where we're headed to. That's where they've added the new area. So the last one they added to the Breeland map. This one they added to the Trollshaws map. So let me scooch you over just a smidge. So this is the normal hunter travel and takes you to this spot here in Rivendell. Hey, what's up? Why are you giving me a broken barrel? What? You found it in Erebor. I haven't even mentioned that. Here, I'm going to follow for a second. We're going to go across the river. Erebor housing opened up. So that is another exciting thing that they added in yesterday. They were busy recently adding a whole bunch of stuff. So Erebor housing is new, and it is a dwarven housing area. And it's very underground, of course, and it's very gemstone kind of look to it. Check it out, though. Here's a new stable master. Where are you headed? I'm going to the stable master. So there's stable masters all over. Let me zoom out. So there's new stable masters in the Angle of Mitheithel down here, and one of the side effects of them adding these new stable masters is you had to go back and re-meet all of the stable masters that you had met previously in the Trollshaws. So we did that yesterday. How do you have that travel panel? Do you mean this little darling down here? It is a plugin. It's called Travel Window 2. Do you want to do the plugins thing? Awesome. Yes, that. So it's a plugin. So basically, yes. Thank you, Moobot. If you go to that link, lotrointerface.com, those are. Sorry, I just realized my captioning wasn't working. Okay, they're plugins, so they're not created or maintained by SSG, who owns and runs Lord of the Rings Online, but they at one point, like ages ago, LOTRO put out some code basically saying, here's ways you can see what's happening in your game, and it's called Lua API. Just kind of getting a little bit into the weeds there for a second, and so people who are very clever with making things are able to take that information and create plugins that do all sorts of various things. So somebody created Travel Window. Eventually they stopped maintaining it, but somebody else picked it up and created basically Travel Window 2, building on that and incorporating the newish stuff. And Travel Window is so awesome. I love it. So it's all of my travel skills. So everything from like my personal travel skills, like traveling to the kin house or to my house or whatever, to all the things that I as a hunter have. So like my travel, my guiding us to Rivendell, my guiding us to the Misty Mountains, my guiding us to, East and West Angmar. All of that is in my travel window. I love it. And there's a couple different ways you can have it displayed. You can have it like this, where it's a grid. You can have it be like a carousel. You can have just the list of words. So the person who created it originally definitely had some cool thoughts on, hey, let's make this, so people who like it different ways can make that way. So yes, awesome. Thank you so much for putting all that out there. Yes, travel window 2. So LOTROinterface.com is the place where you want to start. Oh, should I be taking the Stable Master somewhere? Where do we want to go? Thornhead? Oh, we're going to do Rivendell Stables? Yeah, okay, this is hilarious. So this is a new Stable Master by the Last Homely House. Okay, I'm going to take it to the Rivendell Stables so I can do swift travel. But this is great because then I don't have to guide myself there. For all the times that you go back and forth between getting to the stables and then you got to go to the Last Homely House and talk to Elrond, and then you got to go back to the stables and get to the Misty Mountains or something. So this is funny that they put a Stable Master in. It's got kind of a long lead in and long and lead out, but it's cute. It's very cute. So there you go. That's one way to use the new Stable Master. Okay, but I think we're going to Thornhead, right?
What do you need?
So we went around yesterday and re-met the Stable Masters that we already knew. So now Tornhad is in the new area. Thorinhad is in the original area. So that's not going to be confusing at all. So B4, who's playing Affodil here, is big on understanding plugins and is actually has created a few and created some patches that are basically kind of like add-ons to the plugins themselves. So yeah, B4 does a stream where he really can get into the details and explain a lot about all the different things that you can do with plugins, and yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, Thornhead versus Tornhead. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so we in the past did all the quests in the Trollshaws, which, as I said, up to this point was everything basically above here-ish. So now we are gonna go and, let me bring that back up. We're gonna go and explore this area down at the bottom, the Angle of Mitheithel. So we discovered that the twins over here, Elrond's twin boys, my father will always stand against the evil that has come to Helgrad. Good on him. Yes, we had everything east of the Lowlands, south of the Misty Mountains. We've done a lot. But now Elro over here, has a quest for us. And it says, the Angle of Mitheithel. I wonder if it's like that. Anyway, he says, a good distance to the south, nestled between the Loudwater and Horwell rivers, there is a wooded and rock-studded land known to those who dwell there as the Angle of Mitheithel. Will you venture there and learn if all is well in that place? The Angle has a tumultuous history, and I would not have those days return if they might be prevented by safeguarding its people. Okay, so we are to journey to the campsite at Garond in the Angle. We're just going to call it the Angle most of the time. We're just going to shorten that up a bit. So, okay, so we have picked up this quest from him, and our little trio of adventurers is about ready to go. I'm going to wave to our little Bjorning friend over there. Oh, hey, it's a Thursday, which means I have a gold present because I'm a VIP, and that's one of the perks we get is we have not only the silver present, which everybody gets for free every day. Today I got a massive pile of copper scraps and 20 virtue XP. But then we also get a gold gift on Thursdays. And I got 200 virtue XP, that's nice, and a box of an enhancement rune incomparable style. That's nice. I like that idea. Okay, so we're going to, Mitheithel. We're just going to go, Mitheithel. Well, because it's got the word Ithel in it, so we're thinking maybe it's Mitheithel or something to that effect. Perhaps. So, because Ithel is a thing. Okay, let's see. What do we got going on here? Oh, thanks, Moobot. So, Bull Roarer, I don't know if it's open right now. Are you telling me things, Moobot, that are not a current? I don't know. But yes, if Bull Roarer is a test server And so they were testing out a bunch of this stuff there before it came and was live for all of us here. So if you ever want to go and check out the Bull Roarer server, you can follow those links, and it's really fascinating because it's basically things that are, like in kind of a beta testing phase. So they're just about ready to go out, but not quite yet, and they want to, test it and really have more people than just like the handful of devs in the office work on it, I guess. Throw a couple hundred people at it and see if they break it. Which is actually really good because sometimes we do. And it's really fun. Bull Roar is kind of interesting because it's usually open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday during a week when they have it open. And so sometimes like on the Thursday, there'll be a patch and they're like, okay, everybody who's been in there, like, Wednesday, go back in there and check it out because we made some changes and see what you think. And, let's try to break it again. That's kind of fun. So, okay, so we are currently about here and we're going to be headed south in not too long. Oh, there's a new stable master though at the right at the bridge, at that last bridge, which is kind of cool. So that's another thing for a hunter. I could go to Ostgaruth and then zip across and to that last bridge. So pretty cool stuff. You think we might just pop over there and take a look? Sure. And there's more roads on this map than there used to be. Like that did not used to be, I mean, you had to get lucky. You had to be a ranger to figure these places out. Or you just got lost for a while and eventually you found it. Not that I know what that's like. No, not at all. I have definitely spent time. So see this white rock right here? Yeah, that's how you knew where you were supposed to turn to get up to like Bracken's camp, which we had to go and rediscover as well. So, yeah, speaking of, let's go say hi to Bracken's camp. You can't unsee Ithel in there. Yeah, in the name of it. What's that? Oh, there's a thread on the forums about the pronunciation. The consensus is currently Mitheithel. 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 So where's the emphasis? Or the emphasis? I think what we should do is tomorrow at noon. No, tomorrow at noon is Cordovon streams at noon, and he is the SSG community manager, and he's the only SSG employee who streams here regularly. So on Fridays at noon is a great time to kind of get, some news directly from SSG if that's of interest. But right after him is the Tolkien professor, and he, Corey Olsen, and he is very knowledgeable about, like all things Lord of the Rings. So I think that's what I'll do is I'll tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time, so like 24 hours from now, and be like, hey, Tolkien professor, how are we supposed to pronounce this place? Like, I'll bet you that's gonna be one of the very first questions he gets. It'll be great. Fidel says, I'm hoping somebody in the Angle will mention its pronunciation. Actually, yeah, that's a good point though. Weirwilla, what stable masters do you still need? We didn't actually go into the Angle very far to discover stable masters, so I wanted to wait and do it on stream with you all. But yeah, so here we are, kind of near that last bridge. And welcome to Mitheithel. Are you lost? I'm going to call it Mitheithel, I think. Or Mitheithel. Yeah, the Ithel is there. I got the Ithel. I got the Ithel bug. Okay, so we're going to go and say hi to the stable master over here at the bridge real quick. So check it out. There's a stable master here now. So now it's not just those two ladies chilling out around the campfire. They've got yet another friend to hang out with. And so the troll shots, I mean, look at this list. We have Bracken's Camp, Echad Candleth, Garond, that's new, Rivendell Stables, Scouts Camp High Moor, Scouts Camp Nan Tornieth, Scouts Camp North Trollshaws. Now we have Tham Lumrin, we don't have, that's new. Last Homely House, that's new, that's awesome. Thornhad we had before, and then Tornhad is new. So, whoop, hi. I may have been zoomed in a little bit. Hope you like hobbits. Hobbits with freckles. Oh, okay. So Egithor is saying Ethel is Sindarin for a water source. So that's why the EI would go together in some fashion. So Mitheithel. It's like, now I want to call it Ethel. Ethel. So here's the problem you all are going to enjoy with me here, aside from me being distracted by branches. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Forgot to grab my tool out of the box. Silly me. Hang on 2 seconds. And then we'll come back to the thing. Come on, you. There we go. Boom. And boom. So as you may have noticed, I speak English. I'm from the United States. I'm from America. But we live in the Netherlands now. Ooh, I see mist. Mist is a key. We're getting to the new place. And runes that we haven't been to before. Bum, bum, ba. Ooh, that's pretty. Hang on a second. Let me take off the name things. I'm gonna snag a photo of, there we go. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Oops, I forgot to take off arrow. All right, had to get some pictures. What'd you say? A bit of a contradiction if you think about it. Brand new ruins. They're brand new old things. Oh, wow. Look at this little camp over here. Did I already know this? Well, I think we wandered in here by mistake, and then I was like, no, stop. I don't want to go any further. I didn't want to miss anything. Okay, so we came in here yesterday, and we met the stable master. This is Garond. This is where they sent us. And so Eladan over here has something for us. The Angle of Mitheithel. He says, my brother was right to ask us to come here. I cannot stay, but what I have seen reveals that the land is unsettled. Something stirs in the wild. The land between the rivers is not densely populated, but the folk here must be protected. Can I ask you to do this? Well, you can always ask. All right. Oh, he's got a follow on. Welcome to Hod Erthiad, the Tomb of the Kingdoms. Tomb of Kingdoms. This is Garon, a camp from which we watch over the northern reaches of the Angle. You have arrived just in time. My father has called me to his side, but I have been loath to leave the Angle, as there is much work yet to do. If you are able to take up my tasks, however, I will return to Rivendell with a lighter heart. South of this camp, perched high above the river, is Eithildir. Long have swarming enemies defiled that once grand stronghold of the Noldor. I bid you travel up the winding way. Somewhere outside its gates, you will find my scout, Merleg, who has been waiting for assistance. Deliver to her this letter of introduction and lend her what aid you may. Okay, and for this, we're going to get reputation with the defenders of the Angle, and we're going to get some marks of the Angle. So we've got a new reputation faction, and we've got some new currency. Let's see, does this healer has normal healer stuff, it looks like. Provisioner has normal provisioner stuff. Oh, Eladan has something else. What else, yo? Ghostly roads. I have another task for you, if you are willing. A couple, most advanced in age as far as men go, passed through my camp recently. The Maythorns are on their way down to meet their son, a ranger living in Tornhad. The couple refused to turn back, and I was unable to offer them an escort. If you happen to be traveling that way, please look for them and give them what help you may, or that they will accept. The roads south are dangerous, and the elders are not the sort who can protect themselves against the threats of the Angle. Okay. All right, and then I noticed Narnian here. She seemed to have something that she wanted to talk to me about. Megavanen. My name is Narnian, and I am here to study the ruins of Hod Erthiad. Alas, they are occupied by looters, thieves, and worse. Might be killed, or worse, expelled. As I am delayed in my explorations until the land is cleared, might I impose a boon upon you? If you find anything interesting while you're among the rocks or delving into the hills, I would appreciate it greatly if you would bring it to me. So complete the lost treasures and complete the crumbling halls of Glenfon. Okay, well, sure, we'll take your quest. And let's see. So this quartermaster here has new stuff. So this is where we're going to be able to use those marks that we are going to be accumulating. There is a return to skill for anybody. There is a guide to skill for hunters, so we can bring our whole fellowship here. And then there's a muster skill for wardens who do the mustering thing. We also have a couple of housing decoration items, and we have 3 cosmetic pets. So a brown marble wolf dog, a cinder hawk, which I've heard is looks very similar to the to one of the hawks that a lore master gets, and then a light gray squirrel. So that's awesome. So not a lot of things there, but some fun new things. And I'm always glad to have another travel skill because travel skills are amazing. Okay, I think I have spoken to everybody here who has a need of me to do something. And what did I have here? I have a deed that has been bestowed. Quests of the Angle. All right, complete quests. I need to do 25. 25. Wow, there must be a lot of stuff going on here. And then Explore Garond, we got that yesterday when we popped in here. So that's we started that by mistake. Oopsie. Okay, so oh yes, okay, so we live in the Netherlands now, and oh, there's another quest giver. Hold on, Dutch stuff has to wait. All right, the last friendship. Megavanen, stranger, you are come to the Angle of Mitheithel, but in a southerly direction rather than a northerly. That is curious indeed. Did we? No, we came from the north. I have found that travelers in this land do so mainly on their way to somewhere else. So it is with me. I am not long to remain here in the Angle. The elf smiles briefly. But I have forgotten my manners. Let me cure this lack at once. I am called Revedron, and I came to the Angle some time ago on an errand given to me by the sons of Elrond. Ah, you are known to them. Then let us be friends as well, for we share a similar purpose. To make the wilds safe for those good folks who dwell there. It will be no great burden for you to aid me in this, will it? For there is something I must do, but I have been putting it off for later. Let us first face what dangers present themselves to us here in Mitheithel, and then perhaps you will help me again. So, we need to defeat threatening foes. 6 of them. Apparently 6 is all we need to make this place safer. That's great. So yes, so we are learning Dutch, because that's what they speak here. I mean, a lot of people speak English as well. Yeah, shall we check out a haunted castle? Sure. Where'd you see that? Haunted castle. Hey, the one up the hill. Let's go to this haunted castle on the hill. Cool. Yeah, so a lot of people speak English here, but I mean, Dutch is the official language. So, and we want to integrate as best as we can, you know, and so we are looking to learn Dutch. So vowel sounds are different, vowel combinations are different in Dutch than they are in English. And so throw in some, you know, some Sundaren and it just, everything, or Noldor, I'm not sure even, man, let's just mess it all up in my brain, right? Just blend it, grind it up. All right, so enter the Angle. Eladan sent you, has he? He writes that you have helped our cause and are to be trusted. Very well. If you are a mind to, I could certainly use the aid. Okay, so we're going to get some reputation with the defenders of the Angle. That'll be new. And 2 marks of the Angle. Awesome. You have a follow-up. I am shocked. The ruins of Aetheldir. Okay. You stand below the ruins of Aetheldir, stranger. Once a great stronghold of my people, it now lies rotting and crumbled. Servants of the enemy have infiltrated those once formidable walls and sullied the grounds. You seek to aid our cause? Do what you may to thin their ranks, and I shall reward you greatly. Keep an eye out for their captain as well. I have heard tell he is a nasty brute. So we've got some enemies in here and a captain to search for and remove from the equation. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, and we have enemies of the Angle, a new deed also. So here's the dealio too. I use the deed tracker, which is a plugin, like we were talking about before. But every time they come out with new stuff, the people who maintain these plugins, like the travel window as well, like there's a new travel skill. It might not be in there right away because they got to take the code that now exists, add it to the plugin, and it's a non-trivial thing to do. So any deed we complete, I may have to just like take a note and come back and later on to check it off and say, yes, I did that. Hey, we have a new person here. A talisman lost. Oh, you startled me. Well met, traveler. I am Marvelon, ranger of these woodlands, but I ask that you keep your voice low, for I am tracking down a voracious band of thieves. I trailed the brigands to this ruin, but now I see there are mostly orcs here. The ranger peers nervously about. There have been a few orc raids through these woods of late, and recently we brawled a good while. Fear not, for I survived with nary a scratch, but those blasted thieves made off with my lucky talisman. It is a charm we rangers keep for good luck while on the hunt. You ask him if he fought with orcs or with brigands, and he peers into the distance. Oh, you know, both, really. There were quite a lot of them. This might go a lot faster if you were to aid me in this endeavor. You do look capable enough. All I need is my talisman. You can keep any other treasure we find. So what do you say? Care to help me retrieve my lucky charm and slay some orcs? Are you sure he's a ranger? Seems a bit sketchy. We'll give him a try. Okay, so let's see. You believe it's enunciated as Mitheithel. Oh, I'm mounted. Whoopsie doodle. Also, we're a little over level for this space, so everything is gray. Yeah, we're just gonna wave at this guy. I'll just give him a little pat on the head, you know. And then, yeah, poor guy. New deed, Orc Slayer, Orc Kind Slayer of the Angle. And we defeated one foe. Hooray, go team. Yeah, I before E except after C, or if it sounds like A as a neighbor or way. I know, right? Like, I don't even know what the pronunciation rules are for Sindarin and or Noldor. I'm not even sure what's the difference between Sindarin and Noldor. Like, I figure I'm just gonna take one language at a time at the moment. So the language I'm working on is going to be Dutch. Elvish languages will come slowly, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, the longer rule is longer and not quite even still accurate. Like, English is so silly. English does silly things. All right, so what we got here? Oh yeah, Merriam-Webster. Hi, Skyvandic. Welcome to the chaos. Yeah, oh man. So the way English does with IGH is nuts. I haven't run into that quite so much in Dutch. Oh, Agatha, thanks for trying to post something there. Yeah, it's yeah, there we go. Before I was able to repost that for you. Yeah. So in Dutch, IJ is often a long I sound, as in like Rijksmuseum, which is spelled R-I-J-K, Reich Museum. And IJ is a very common combination here. Oh, you finished your tasks. Let's see. Find the elderly couple. Haven't done that. Talk to, return to, talk to. Yeah, I think I've got most of the stuff I was supposed to do in this space. Whoop, up this big rock. Whoop, up to sketchy guy. Hey, sketchy man. You're back? Any luck? You shake your head. His expression breaks for a moment, but he quickly regains his smile. Ah, same results on my end, I'm afraid. Oh well, I'm sure it'll turn up. I could have sworn. No matter. Thank you for your help all the same. I will think on this and perhaps wander the area further southeast, beyond the old Hobbit burrows. That is the life of a ranger, is it not? Until we meet again. Interesting. What's this guy after? What's this guy's story, huh? I don't know yet. We'll find out. Okay, so we've done that. Yeah, so anyway, so the IJ is usually an I sound, but sometimes if it's unstressed, it's more of a eh. Especially if it's at the end of a word. Like belangrijk, or well, that's not a good example. I just did. Makkelijk, moeilijk. It's at the end. So. Anyway, all right. So this person, back to Merleg, she says, "I command you, stranger. With your help, the enemy will gain no stronger foothold in these lands. Here is what I promised you." So we're gonna get some reputation, 700 reputation with the defenders of the Angle, and 3 marks of the Angle. Boom. Oh, she has a following. An Eastern trek. Between Eladan's note and your accomplishments here, I am willing to trust you with a task if you are willing. Take this report to Thalathril. She is at Tham Lumren a camp in the northeastern part of this land. Your assistance in this will mean that I can continue my watch here, yet still provide her with the information she needs. It is highly probable that she could use your help as well. Sure, we will take that task. Thanks, lady. Thanks, tall elf lady person. So Agatha is saying, according to a website, the EI diphthong is pronounced like English E. So yes, and then yeah, before post about the Dutch IJ is also pronounced like the Dutch EI, which is I, or I, kind of more in the back of the mouth. So yeah, and yeah, spoken Dutch does seem to have some similarities to like spoken English, that unstressed syllables, the vowel sounds tend to devolve into a schwa sound, that sound. All right, let's see what this person has to say. The last friendship. All right. Very good, my friend. You are most adept at facing such threats as these. It is little wonder that Eladan and Elrohir trust you so. Did they send you on such a mission as they sent me? I was directed here in search of dark servants of the enemy, riders in black that ran afoul of the defenses of Imladris. Yeah, we did that already, buddy. We could tell you more, but, you know, we're in a hurry, and yeah, just go talk to Elrond, he'll tell you. He says, perhaps I should speak no more of them. Elrohir is most clear that it was a matter of some secrecy. He mimes locking his lips with a key and hanging it on an invisible chain around his neck. Let us say instead that I found no sign of our quarry, and leave it at that. Even so, my search was not fruitless, for I did find something that is now quite dear to me. Is it an orange? Because then it wouldn't be fruitless, you see. I befriended a family of woodcutters, the Stag's Horns, okay? They live not far from here, and now I cherish their friendship, the last friendship I will ever make in Middle-earth, for my steps will now take me to the Grey Havens, and I will sail into the west, and this chapter of mine will be ended. He laughs suddenly. Perhaps the Staghorns will not be the last friendship I make here, for I had not counted upon meeting you. But if you will accompany me to their cottage and help me say goodbye, I would value your assistance most highly, for I have been putting it off. They live in a pleasant cottage to the southeast beyond the old village of Glenfon. Okay, so we need to find Fernbreak Cot, the home of Raviedron's friends, beyond the village of Glenfon to the southeast. Man, they were... Oops, I did not mean to get off my mount. They went just crazy cakes with all the elvish stuff here, didn't they? Put me to work. Okay. Schwa. So Schwa, yeah, it's a grammatical. Yeah, it's a kind of yes, it's a grammatical word for when your mouth is kind of in that default position. So you're not making, you know, oh, you know, you're not doing anything exciting. It's just like, So right, lazy speakers are not lazy speakers. They're just using an unaccented syllable. The vowel sound is just devolving into a schwa. Oh, and Tom Scott made a video about schwa. It's cool. Tom Scott makes a lot of cool stuff. We like a lot of his stuff, and there's a lot of cool stuff that we watch. Ooh. I see, there is a Oathie Breaker. New deed, Dead Slayer of the Angle. Oh, and apparently beasts. We have beasts to also help clear in this space. So there's a new deed, Dead Slayer. How do you defeat dead? I guess you're defeating them, you're not killing them. So defeating the dead, yeah, that works. So yeah, in English is big on it. Oh, we've spotted a caravan. With the schwa. Hey, and I spotted some branches. See, branches. That's right. See how it's in there? Branches. Because it was branches. You know, it kind of changes the pronunciation. All right. Waltney Maythorn. Names don't always follow the schwa thing. Greetings, fellow traveler. Eladan sent you, did he? Well, I knew he would not be able to let us alone. We do not need help. See, I knew they weren't going to accept help. Well, that is, we did not need help until a few moments ago. He sighs, wringing his hands. I am Waltney Maythorn II, and this is the wife. This is the wife? The wife. Garon Maythorn. We are traveling south to meet our son, Waltney III, and his family in Tornhad. Trouble is, you see, there's nothing not of this world on the road ahead, or my horse is pink. Oh, something not of this world. Perhaps if you happen to be going that way anyhow, you can see whether the road is clear. I would do it myself, of course, but my knee is not what it used to be. Okay. So, hello, Garen. What do you have to say, my lady?
Greetings.
She says, Eladan told us this place was called Ostwaren. The stones of these ruins hold memories, echoes of those who walked beneath now fallen arches, who slept within the crumbled walls, and who perished in the many battles this land has seen. I'll be more than happy to be pressing on. Well, she's very poetic about it, though, so that's kind of cool. But she also is ready to be done. Okay, I get it. I get it. Snap it. All right, got my branches. Let's see, we have an Angle Hunter. Is that what she was scared of? Yeah. A couple of them. Well, let's see. Maybe there's something else around here that that got in the way of them being able to cross. We've got a, Oathbreaker dude. Not anymore. The Thorn had an Oathbreaker dude. Oh. New quest, The Lost Treasures of Hod Efhaid. Okay. Remote quest. Collect artifacts. Ancient artifacts can be found in Ostwaren and Tham Lumen. The elf Darren had asked you to search for ancient artifacts. Okay. Well, I see an ancient text. Oh, hey, here's an ancient artifact. Looks like there's a bunch of them here in this courtyard area. Let's take a look. All right. It looks like a goblet. Perhaps. Oh, here's another one on a rock. Kind of in the rock. Maybe it's on the rock. That's probably more accurate. I decided to start combat. I decided to end combat. Well, that's pretty. I see a waterfall over there. So it's interesting because this is very Troll Shaw's-y, right? Oops, I wanted this ancient artifact. But it does seem like it's, I don't know, it's different. It's created somewhat differently, right? Like it's got more, I'm going to try and get back with my team. It seems like it's, I don't know if flatter is accurate. It does seem like it's easier to see where I'm going. Took me a long time to get good at that in the Troll Shaws. There's a corpse over here. Oops. Oh, not anymore. Okay. It just took a while to disappear. Ooh, ancient artifact. Thank you. So I haven't gone over to check out the Erebor housing since it went live yet. But I hear it's pretty awesome. I did take a look at it on Bulvar, on the testing server. And I actually did. I was going to just pop in there and take a quick look. And then, 2 hours later, I was like, guess I better go now. Yeah. So there's a video. We can put a link on that here in a second. To that 2-hour tour. And so here's the deal is I participated in Extra Life, helping to raise money for children's hospitals. And I had any donations in my name given to Austin Children's Hospital because that's what the SSG folks also like. So I was like, sure. Because we're, like I said, in Europe and so we don't have like the same kind of thing. Don't have children's hospitals that need financing help here. So that's nice. But anyway, so we raised $500 in my name, which was amazing. Pretty dang awesome. And so I said if we did that, then I would do a 3-hour stream just talking about LOTRO housing because I love LOTRO housing. So we did that. And that 3-hour stream turned into a 4-hour stream because, you get me started and I can't stop. I think, do I have, let's see, treasures? I do have the treasures. Yep, my pocket, your pockets are overflowing with trinkets. I feel trinketed up as well. They're rattling around in my little backpack on my back there. Yeah, okay, hang on, let me see if I can find the, okay, I think I got it. I got the links. Oh, link. Oh, before beat me to it. It's a one sentence thing. Yeah, so that's the 4-hour stream that I did as a extra life reward, and then I did an Erebor housing was on the testing server around that same time. So I was like, oh, we'll just pop in there real quick for my normal Thursday stream, and yeah, that pop in real quick turned into a 2-hour stream. Took up the whole time. It was fine though, because like I said, I love talking about LOTRO Hobbit. Okay, he says you return. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. We can press on to Thornhad now. So 3 marks and increased reputation. Rock on. Who are we in combat with? There we go. Sweet. Okay. So where are we in the angle? So we're making, so we started up here. Oh, there's still a thing up there. Wonder if we have to go back and turn that in at some point. Because I do have a ring up there. You think we should head east? Okay. Well, I follow the hobbits where I'm told to go. So we're gonna go in here and go a little bit to the east, maybe along this river. Cool. There's grouse in the grass. There's a hill grouse. Look at that. How cute. I see you following the grouse. That's awesome. Did y'all see that? There it is. Nice. I think that's new. I don't know that they've had hill grouse anywhere else in the game. Very cute. I wonder if elves cannot defeat those things. Because isn't there something about how in LOTRO, if you're an elf, you can't like damage some of the wildlife? I think I've heard that, and I keep forgetting to check and make sure that that's true, but it's a great idea if that is the case. I think it would be cool that if like Bjornings couldn't do anything to bears, like instead of defeating them, they, I don't know, had some other skill, like they make friends with them or something, and the bear just kind of wanders off. So you'd have the same effect of the bear leaving, but you wouldn't defeat them. You wouldn't take them out. Although I do like have like kind of a head canon that when oh, looks like the road turns east here. That when we're defeating the trolls, like or the big guys, right? That they kind of go oh, and they always look like they're rubbing their nose, like you bopped them on the nose. Sadly, I figure they're like oh, my nose hurts. I'm gonna sit down for a while, and they're just kind of like laying down and falling asleep for a little bit. So then we're not actually defeating them. We're defeating them, but we're not like injuring them. That's the way I kind of look at it. Oh, there's a waterfall. Oh, that's pretty. That's very nice. Yeah, this whole area is so pretty. I'm really liking the look of it so far. Oh, this is evening time in the area too. So, oh, look at the stars. So once we get to daytime too, it might look a little different. Oh, I think my friends ran off. Better catch up. Oh, ran off for the platinum, of course. Can't say no to platinum. Especially useful because, like, I have a jeweler, and so it's nice to have a jeweler on every account, right? So Affadil has their jeweler, I have my jeweler, and if you are making things, no, this isn't my jeweler, but this is my tailor for my family, as it were. So when you're making stuff for yourself, like if I'm making, they like the cloaks, a cloak from the guild stuff, because this is my gilded tailor. Instead of using these things that include a pattern that's really, you have such a cooldown on, right? I use universal ingredients, but then it is bound to my account. But that means I could then pass it off to one of my other characters on this account. So, so I'm using my gilded jeweler to make the stuff for my characters on this account. So we still need all those various metals because my jeweler is still working on their guild levels and stuff. Whoa, that is a wacky rock. It almost looks like somebody was awake and then got, in the sunlight and was no longer a troll. So yeah, you used the defeated at your house as well. Yeah, I think, well, in LOTRO they actually it does say defeat usually. Shall we explore the lowlands here? The Netherlands? Yeah. It is a valley. Is it below sea level? Yeah. But yeah, occasionally you'll run across like an NPC or somebody who says, "Can you go and kill these things?" And I'm like, I think whoever wrote that wasn't paying attention because yeah, I do appreciate that. It seems like the LOTRO canon seems to be that we're not killing things, we're just defeating them. You know, they're running out of morale, right? They're not running out of life. All right. Oh, hey, this guy has something to talk about. The crumbling halls of Glenfon. Hello there. Why, you look exactly like the sort of help I need. I am Sedivor, Hedro, a grand historian and artifact expert. He pauses, waiting for a reaction from you. You have not heard of me? Well, I suppose someone like you does not keep up with this sort of thing. Too busy tramping all over the countryside, being a hero and having adventures. Exactly the person I've been seeking. You see, I'm exploring the ruins that dot the hills and forests of the Angle, but I need assistance in these dangerous lands. I cannot enter the warg dens, but I suspect there are ancient dwellings buried in these hills. A place that was called Glenfon. If you find anything of interest within and bring it to me, I shall reward you greatly. Yeah, okay. Sure, dude. We'll check it out. Hey, there's a Rolling Hills goat. Got your goat. You used that when your kids started gaming. Neil Patrick Hairless says, we used that when our kids started gaming and now our grandkids game, so defeated is our preferred gaming slang. I like it. That is, yeah, that's wise. I think that just makes more sense too, because it just, I don't know, it makes the game friendlier and yeah, wow, this does look like some ruiny stuff. This is cool. Wait, is this a way into something? Oh, I guess not. How's that look though, doesn't it? All right, we'll keep looking for a way to get into something. Hello, Angle Hunter. I'm just gonna follow from right past you. This looks cave-like. Shall we go in? Whee! Oh. Uh-oh. Gotta wait for Affadil for a minute. Yes. The animals where we take their skin, hopefully, yeah, we're not causing them actual problems. So, yeah, it adds a separation between life and gaming in your minds anyway. Yeah, I think so. I really like that because I have like such an active imagination anyway that I have to be mindful of the entertainment that I consume, or you know, like what books I read, what movies I watch, what TV shows I watch, like, you know, whatever is being brought into my mind, I have to be aware of that, because my mind will use that to incorporate it into like my dreams or the things that I see in the world or whatever. Like, so yeah, I definitely purposefully choose things that are not going to be terribly violent or depressing or, you know, all that sort of thing, because I need it to not bring me down or you know, make me see like aggression all around me. Like, that's not so good. So I don't do horror movies, for example, because that just is not good for my mental state. It was interesting. There was a time when I was living in one state, and this is back in the U.S. So like in my 20s, I was living in one state and traveling to another and traveling to other. I was working Ren Fair, but then I also had friends in other places, and I had family, and so I was traveling around a bit, like Colorado, Ohio, Michigan kind of areas. And at the same time, I was reading Jack Kerouac's On the Road while I was driving around on the road a lot, and so that really just fueled that wanderlust that I had going on. And then I was also reading Anne Rice, right? Interview with a Vampire, and all the, and there was like muds and mushes. This is of that time period. So there was I was involved with some groups online and had some friends and stuff. Anyway, I'll come back to that in a second. Nether Terror says, has a question. Do you know how long it would take to deal with a ticket on LOTRO? Unfortunately, I do not. I am not an SSG employee, and I don't really know anything about those kind of behind the scenes things. I know Cordovan, who is who's an SSG employee. He is the community manager. He streams here on Fridays at noon Eastern time, and he talks about that sometimes. That basically, I think just as part of the pandemic and all the things that happened to human beings during this crazy time, they lost some of their customer service reps, I think, because they are building that back up. Oh yeah, these doors are round. It is very Hobbity feeling. Anyway, so I know they got like a new customer service manager that they were training up, and they got some new customer service reps that they were training up. And so I think they're rebuilding that team, and they are aware. He has said that they are aware that their tickets are behind. That is a lot of bones in a Hobbit hole. So I don't know the answer on how long it takes, and it probably depends on the ticket too. Like if it's something really simple, I bet they probably would knock it out really fast. But things that are more complicated, like, hey, someone stole my account. Ugh, I can't imagine how long that sort of thing would take to sort out. It sounds. I'm glad I'm not in customer service at this point. Like in any of my jobs necessarily. Like, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, so I guess I am in customer service in that sense. But, oh, hey, I think this door is a door. It's now ajar. Ha! Let me try and go out the door. I'm struggling to find out how to walk out the door. Oh, hey. Oh, interesting. It says we're in abandoned burrow. Oh, there's a crumpled body over here. Ooh. So yeah, sorry, I am unable to help you with ticketing stuff. You found a strangely carved stone. Hey, I wonder if that's the guy who was acting a little shady. He figured out why it's abandoned. You can't find any food. But I wonder if this is what shady guy was looking for, was that stone that that guy had. Curious and curiouser, as Alice would say. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't help you with any tickety stuff. Now, you can send Cord a private message on the forums with your ticket number, and sometimes he can, try and dig into it and see if there's something like missing, or, just make sure things are okay with that. I've heard that is a thing. He's even said this on his stream, like that you can do that. So if you find that your ticket's been a while, maybe give that a try. Wow, thanks for navigating us in and out of that Hobbit burrow. I think I might have gotten a little bit lost myself if it was just me. Oh, your Ultimate Valar bundle ended up on Treebeard and not Arkenstone. Oh no! And Arkenstone was the first place that you logged into when you got it? Because I know that was the a thing, right? That you had to, it was wherever you logged in, the first server you logged into after you got it. Yeah, like before says, they're working through the backlog, but it's worth popping into Cord's Friday stream, see if there's an update. Why not? You can always check it out. Oh, she's already got it. Okay. Yeah, and when because we bought the Ultimate bundle. Oh, hey, there's somebody in the trees who wants to talk to us. Hey, sketchy guy. Well, if it isn't you, how have you been, friend? I have some exciting news. While seeking more orcs to find my lucky talisman, I remembered something. It wasn't the orcs that took it. You asked him if he sustained a knock on the head during his brawl with whatever foes he fought. Ah, you jest, my new friend, but rangers like me often do battle with whatever enemies cross our path, and in my case it was both brigands and orcs, as I told you before. No, not together, not at the same time, but one after the other. I swear it. But I am pretty certain the brigands did not take my talisman, for they were frightened of the orcs and would not remain in their presence for any period of time, I imagine. But you But you know who did remain by the side of the orcs? Wargs, of course. The orcs I fought were warg riders, and they must have stashed my talisman inside one of the supply pouches borne by their horrible steeds. So you see, all we have to do is find the warg that carries my talisman. There are lots of them around here. You should check it out. You'd be helping a ranger, and that counts for a lot in the wild, doesn't it? I guess. I still feel like we're not getting the full story on this guy. Whoa. I don't think... Oh, okay, fine. You logged into Arkenstone after you got it, but then the next day you logged into Treebeard and it was on your character there. How interesting. Yeah, oh, yeah, so I was going to say, because we got... Like, I got the Ultimate Fan Bundle for Fate of Gundabad. And then, I think that's the right name of it, the big one, right? And then, that's when they had the upgrade thing from, like, the medium bundle, where you could upgrade from the medium one to the big one. And if you did that, you got some of the bonuses were duplicated by mistake. Oh, hey, here's Hedgerow guy. Let's go talk to him. Hey, buddy, what's up?
What can I do for you?
What have you found there, my friend? How interesting. Did you find anything of import on his, their body? You show him the stone. A queer gleam flashes across his eyes. How strange this object is. I should keep it. For my research. Well, now I think we can leave. Whatever killed Ragnall may still be down there. How do you know his name, you ask, readying your weapon. What? His, well, no need to look so violent. Fine, I'm no historian, but what do you care? Oh, I see you care very much. Here, take the blasted thing. I do not need to die for a rock. Interesting. Alrighty. The plot thickens. Or is it gravy? That'd be awesome. I like thick gravy. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so when they did that upgradey thing, right, and they found out that the people who were going from the one upgrade to the next were getting some of the things twice over. So, wait, how am I ending up over there? Oh, there you are. So they did the thing where they were like, okay, you know, if you've got your... Oh, we need more wargs? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can take a look. I'm a hunter, you know. I know these things. I got a wolf. Does that count? War prowler? No, it's not a warg prowler. It's a moor prowler. Yeah, sure. Let's see if that's a good one for us. Anyway, so then, yeah, so they were like, okay, if you got the big bundle, you are owed, basically, we're going to just up you and give you, like, what these other people are getting, you know, the bonus stuff they're getting. We're just going to go ahead and give that to you as well, right? So I had logged into Treebeard first because I wanted the die carry-all on Treebeard. And then when we got that extra Valar or whatever it was, I logged into Laurelin first when they said that that was going to be added to our accounts. So that way I had it on Laurelin. Yeah, I'm still missing a warg too. Wargy. I could do another search. Oh, never mind. Hello. That's all the wargs we need. Who's over here? Hey, sketchy man. I hope you had better luck than I. You shake your head. Oh, well, he curses under his breath before turning back to you. I suppose I'll just have to think of something else. There's a great fortress on the southernmost promontory of this land. Perhaps I will check there. Should we run into each other again, I hope to report that I found the talisman. Farewell. Still seems sketchy. He's just getting worked for the... Or is that part of our beast thing? Beasts of the Angle. Oops, sorry, I'm jumping sideways. Hello. All right. I'm liking this Angle place so far, though. That's pretty cool. So it's level 40 to 45, I believe. Let's see. We've got new information. Here we go. Yeah, the newest update notes on this all came out of update 32. Oh, this looks cute. I see chickens. Hang on. We arrived at Fernbreak Cot, home of the Stag's Horns. And they're chickens! Hello, little chicken! Do we get to play? Wouldn't that be amazing if they did chicken sessions from here?
How can I be of service?
I would be so happy. Okay, anyway, this elf says, here it is, Fernbreak Cot, home to my friends Madoc and Glennis and their son Bran. The Staghorns showed me much kindness while I ventured in this land, and I will miss them when I leave. I appreciate you being here. Saying goodbye is always difficult, and I would like my friends to know they will have adventures such as you looking after them. Oh, adventurers such as you looking after them once I have departed. Okay. Oh, first we have to choose a thing. And I'm guessing this is all going to be a little behind me. It is. I'll just take the one that sells for the most. Oh, I've steeled myself for a sad parting, but your presence here should help. I am ready if you are, my friend. I'm ready. Oh, I wonder if this is a session play. Okay. Then let there be an end to my delays. Sooner done, sooner past, as they say. It is not an elven expression. Of that I am certain. And, oh good, we could do it as a group. Yay. Always makes me sad when they make us drop our fellowship to do something like this. Oh, anyway, so this new area is like level 40 to 45 level questing. And so we're a little ahead of that because we're level 60. Okay, he says, you will find the Staghorns most agreeable, my friend. They are a charming couple, and their son Bran is quite a lively lad. I will let them know we are here. All right, so we're going to accompany him as he says farewell. And yes, I love it. I thought Weirwilla might be holding a chicken. Fantastic. Ah, it's good to see you again, young Bran. Wonder if I have my chicken. Are your parents at home? I want to watch this. Let me see if I can get this without my stuff being in the way. Mother, father, Vaedron's back. All right, pet. No, that's an emote. Pet. Chicken. Oh, I don't have any chickens. What? That's most sad. What do your folks say? Mago Vanen? Mago Von In. It's a lot of different ways that they are writing it out. That's hilarious. And he says, close enough. Well, here, I'll get a peacock out. It's like a chicken. Oh, there's Kip out. Nice. Megavonin. There you go. She's got it right. Who is your new friend? I mean, friends? There's three of us. This is Rosenbloom, an adventurer lately come to Mitheithel. And then there's the others as well. So, I was hoping to introduce you. Hello. Well, any friend of yours is a friend of ours. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate all the chickens out. Oh, we have to go talk to the guy. Hey, Madoc. What up, yo? Come inside, come inside. There are few roads in this land, and you must be weary from your travels. Okay. I mean, sure. If you say so. Well, what a cute little cottage. Bran's standing in the corner. Oh, he's going to probably show us the stairs. Hello, Glynis. Have you known Vaedron long? We met him only recently, but he is dear to us, and the tales he has told us of long ago times and distant places have captured our imaginations. Did he ever find the prey he sought? The dark-robed villains that drew him to the Angle? Did he tell everybody? We are sworn to secrecy and will speak of them to no one else, but I confess the nighttime shadows seem deeper after he spoke of the horseless riders loose in the wild. Still, we fear them not. My husband and I come from tough stock. None could live long in this land without being made hardy, or beginning so. Okay. Yes, so Friday at noon, Cordovan, is the, it's, I'll type his name. If I find them, they better watch out. Oh, don't get this child involved. Cordovan, there we go. My mission was intended to remain a secret, Bran. Yeah, dude, like, you really should not be just telling random people. I haven't told anyone except for the chickens and my friend around the corner, and, you know. Is that why you came back? Uh-oh, did he tell somebody? Uh-oh. No. I came to say goodbye, for I will be leaving these shores. For how long? That was my, oh, sometimes my peacock kind of gets in the way. Yes, the elves sometimes leave Middle-earth for good. Don't you like it here, says Bran. Aw, he says, of course, but it is complicated for me. Yeah. Well, fear not, you will be protected even after I am gone by this pair of peacocks that'll stand in the way. That is what concerns you? We can take care of ourselves, she says. Of course, but I still wanted to make arrangements for your safety. Yeah, thank you. B4 says, yeah, Cord's not a customer support person. He's the community manager, so he's like, sending good about getting the message out of things. Uh-oh. They're getting mad thinking that that he's kind of belittling them, thinking so little of us we did not befriend you to keep us safe. Do all friends treat their friends this way? He's like, ooh, I think there's been a misunderstanding. Please allow me to explain. You have not seen the dangers in Mitheithel as I have. Uh-oh. So we are like children to you? Oh dear. This is not going well. The child says, I'm nearly a man grown. Listen, my friends, I did not mean. Just give me 100 years. Let me explain the situation. I think you'd better leave, he says. Paddock, Glennis. We didn't even get to see the basement. Can I go see the basement? Oh, I can see the basement without y'all. Oh, what a cute little basement. What else we got here? Got a little bedroom. I suppose I can't go up because it's a ladder. They probably won't let me climb a ladder. No. Okay. All right. Maddock wants to talk to us. Hey, how's it going? I'm sorry you had to see that. It pains me to say this, but perhaps Vervaedon was not as close a friend as we thought. His people and ours must simply be too different. Did he befriend us out of pity? Do all long-lived folk look upon the men and women of the Angle as mere... Goodbye. Sorry, it ended. When one person in the group finishes, it probably finishes for all. But basically, yeah, he was like a little sad, so... All right, he says, I don't understand. I expected my farewell to contain a measure of sorrow for all of us, of course, but I did not think to quarrel. I do not want to leave it like this, but what can I do? He frowns at the closed door of Fernbreak Cot. I am dissatisfied. How come my friends wish for me to depart in this fashion? Did I not make clear to them that they will be protected by such adventurers as you when I am gone? I'm certain I did. I meant no insult.
Will you stay a moment and learn
Weirdness and emptiness. He says, well, it is no matter. Whether they know of it or not, their lives will not be endangered by my decision to leave Middle-earth. I hope that it is not presumptuous of me to say we'll make certain of that. He stares for a moment longer at the closed door, then shakes his head. Still, I had hoped for a friendlier parting. I have seen many farewells during my long years, and I did not envision this one going this way. But I will not dwell on it. Upon it. I mean, you've got all of, time and space to do that in the future. I spent too long dwelling on such things. Let us make safe the lands hereabout and meet up at the old mounds of Glenfon. It stands to the west of here and was once a most pleasant village, though it has remained empty for much of the age. Okay. Well, there we go. I think I will switch out my peacock, though. It kind of gets in the way. These chickens are looking shifty. Bye, chickens. Yeah, so Cord is the community manager. So he's like responsible for getting the word out about things and kind of being the liaison between SSG and the world. I guess is one way to put it. So he's not customer support, but like he connects with a lot of different departments, is my understanding. In order to make sure like the news that he's putting out is correct and accurate and that sort of stuff. So he knows more than we do. We're just regular old schmoes who like to play LOTRO. LOTRO schmo. Oh, I moved around. Defeated foes in the Angle. I think we defeated more than 4. but sure. Oh, that might threaten the safety of his friends. Okay, so we're defeating animals that are near the cottage, perhaps. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Is that more stalker of dangerous thing? I don't know, he looks like Will and Whisker. It's hard to defeat him because he looks like Will and Whisker. He's so cute. How about that hill grouse? Is that hill grouse scary? I don't think so. Evil Will and Whisker. There's no such thing. I love the Bingo Boffin storyline. For those of you who aren't sure what I'm talking about. Evilisker. Nay. Yeah, so there's a storyline that you can do that starts in the Shire with a fellow named Bingo Boffin. And at one point he becomes friends with one of those fellows. Oh, hey! How's it going, Big Belly? Big Belly Eater of the 7 Stars. Very nice. It's a good Hobbity name. All right, yeah, let's figure out who we should go talk to. Maybe we go meet with, we'll go meet with Ravaedron outside of Glenfon, ancestral home of the Stores. Nay. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, Fridays are a good streaming day here. Oh, hey, here's our elf friend. Hang on, let's go say hi. He's been abandoned. Oh, the place has been abandoned for years beyond count, but Hobbit folk something. What did it say? Is it in my general? Yes, but Hobbit folk once lived here. There we go. Sights such as this are all too common these days, and they stand in opposition with the memories I have of this place. This was once a thriving community of hardy folk toughened by the tilling of the rocky soil. I remember the pleasing sound of their voices, raised in song not more than often than not, and carried on the wind for miles around. They called themselves Stores, and it is my understanding that when they departed Angle, they passed through many lands before settling in a small corner of Arthedain. I hope to see their land on my journey to the ships. Perhaps it is your land as well? But they have not lived here for more than 1,000 years, and the wind has not borne aloft their songs for even longer. Dude, we can sing. For it was the threat of war that caused them to leave. There was unrest throughout Rudar, and evil rose in Angmar, and the Stores felt no cause to sing. But when I knew them, they were pleasant and full of joy. He regales you with tales of the friends he once knew in Glenfon, and encourages you to see the home of Meredud and Erin, who delighted in staying up late, and the burrow where Wenna painted such lovely landscapes that she seemed to possess the skill of the Eldar. Okay, so we're going to go find probably ruins of homes, but there we are. Homes there that they are. Okay. Oh, I was like, where did Weirwillow go? I just see this bear here. Hobbit archaeology, right? Hello, Glenfon space. Aha, this was the home of 2 Stores who long loved to walk the moonlit. Hang on a second. Who loved to walk the moonlit lanes long after everyone else was asleep. Aww. Wow, they just built into the rock. Dude. Unless it's the back of the house. Maybe this was the front of the house. Maybe it was built up against the rock. Because otherwise, like, they must have had dwarf friends. Digging in rock. Hang on, here, there's another house-looking place. Next to this Angle Hunter. Oh, I guess that's maybe not a house. It kind of looks like one, though, doesn't it? We're only looking specifically to them. He doesn't know the rest of the neighbors, maybe. Or he doesn't remember their names. Ah, here we go. This was the home of an artist who taught Ravaedron several painterly techniques that he had never before considered. We have warg tracks all over. What's going on? Dum, dum, dum. War wargs have been in Glenfarne than you have yet seen. So the wargs are here, but we haven't seen them yet. That's a little scary. Aww. It's okay, Affadil. Interesting. Very cool. Lots of forgotten texts in the area. That's nice. So scholars can come and do a little shopping here. That's always nice to have a place where you can find things. Hey, Elfie dude. So good news, bad news. I did not expect to see friendly folk in Glenfon, and my heart was ready for their absence, but the sight of wargs among the one-time burrows of my friends is more than I can bear. How many evenings did I spend alongside Meridud and Adrian on their nightly strolls? How many days did I spend in conversation with Wenna, who gave me such lessons in painting that my art was ever changed? Too few I see now. He frowns, his pleasant memories scattered like leaves before a storm. Oh, speaking of, we're supposed to get a big storm here tomorrow. He says, if I am grateful for anything, let it be this. I did not quarrel with my friends among the stores when they departed these lands. That, at least, is a kindness. Let us defeat some of the wargs here in the Angle. If a large pack of the creatures pass through Glenfon, as you say, they will be a danger to those who live nearby. Then we will continue on to Thornhad, the Dunedain village that is our destination. I have a request to make of the rangers there, and we can tell them about the warg pack. Okay, sure. Oh, interesting. Let me see. So a lot of the quests, that must have been in some of the quest text. So it's really cool because a lot of times, one of the things that SSG does is if you're doing a quest, it will tailor it to your race, which is pretty neat. So apparently something about, maybe that was your land when he was talking about where the hobbits went to. I'm being informed by our Bjorning that was not part of their text. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, so we're just checking out the new Angle of Mitheithel, and down here, which is in the south part of the Trollshaws. It's a new area that just opened up yesterday. It's like a level 40 to 45 area, so kind of fills in some gaps there if you have a character in that in that range and you're looking to find some place to go questing. So it still has that kind of overgrown look of the Trollshaws, but it seems like, they did open it up a little bit more than other parts of the Trollshaws. So look, like we're running through this area where it's like, okay, some tall grasses, some big shrubs, some kind of gnarly looking stuff on the ground, but you can still see around a bit. So that's nice. Oh, hey, I see somebody with a ring over their head. Hey, Onora.
Would you do something for
Don't
me?
come any closer. Wait, you don't look like a spy. Who are you? You explain yourself to the frightened woman and she lowers her hands. If what you say is true, then perhaps there is no need to panic. My husband, Rudhan, and I have been running for days now, but we were separated from those who fled with us. We tried to keep going, but my husband hurt his leg quite badly. Now we have no supplies, and it will be only a matter of time before the vile creatures that pursue us catch up. My name is Onora. Will you help us? We need firewood and the satchel my husband dropped during our flight. We will be forever grateful for your aid. Sure. Yeah, are you looking for a rock with an interesting carving on it? Because there's another dude who's maybe looking for it, but we found it, and he's a little sketchy, and maybe you're not. Although you remind me of some folks from elsewhere. Interesting. What are you doing here? So, is he thinking you're brigands? Because they look like people from Dunland. Not that we've met people from Dunland yet. You changed your title? Affadil of the Stores. Oh, nice. Oh, hey, I see some firewood. Oops. Hang on, looks like my captioner dropped off again. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. Hey, and a lost satchel. Yay. It is your heritage. That's awesome. Hey, there's some more firewood over here. Over by, what, Sad Elf? Or is that kind of redundant? Oh, snap. Or is that Sketchy Guy? Oh, it's over by Sketchy Guy. I can't remember if we need any more of these stalkers, but I got one. Knowing Middle Earth, probably get a +5 to grief if you're an elf. Oops. Oh, if you're a store in this area. That would be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? Get +5 to sadness. I'm sad. Then you cosplay, you can, yeah, not cosplay, but pretend you're an elf. I'm sad. we make fun of the elves, but we don't really mean it. Like, we're just being silly. I just saw another hill grouse. Oh, I need one more firewood. You see another branch? Oh, I do too. Hooray. The elves definitely have reason to be very melancholy about things because, I mean, they know they're leaving. They know everything that they have known is ending. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, it's complicated, and he alluded to that, you know, in talking to those humans. Oh, I finished a deed. Dum, bum, bum. What did I finish? There it is. Beast Slayer of the Angle. I think I might write that down. Oh, you got it? Okay. And the date. Although that's not going to matter, I suppose. It'll just be whenever I click on it. Okay. Hey, Dunlandians. What can we do for you? I mean, lady? Hi, lady. Who's very exotically dressed.
What do you need?
You return and you found Rudan's satchel and firewood as well. I don't know what to say. I did not expect to find such virtue in the heart of a complete stranger. Yet here you are. Thank you, stranger. Interesting, we're getting a reputation with the defenders of the Angle, and I get the impression they are not from around here.
Would you do something for me?
Rudhan's injury is worse than we thought. We might need to stay here longer than I expected. But there is always food to be found in the wild if you know where to look. There should be some berry bushes somewhere nearby, perhaps among the rocks to the northwest. Now, such a bounty will attract wild beasts, but we should be no real danger for you. That should be no real danger for you, should it? I heard the growling of what sounded like a large bear shortly before we made it to this river. It's the Bjorning next to me. But perhaps it has already moved on. We would both greatly appreciate any food you can bring back to us, berries, meat, or vegetables. When my husband's strength has returned, we will move on. There's a bear next to me. Do you mean that growling of a bear? There's always so many Bjorn and Bear jokes. That's too funny. Oh yeah, they made some changes. So I posted the link earlier to the update that came out with this, which was yesterday. They made a lot of little changes to a bunch of the classes. There was something about the mauling thing that Bjornings do. Like, I'm thinking, because it's been a while since I played a Bjorning, but I remember that when you try to do it, if you moved slightly, it would end. It would cancel your action, which was a bummer because then it has a really long cooldown. So I think they may have changed it so that you don't move, so it doesn't cancel your action. Perhaps. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but that's the way I read it. I could be wrong. Hey, I see branches. What are we looking for? Oh, we're looking for food. Right. And a bear. I found a bear. It's right next to us. I don't think they want to talk to her. Wow, there's a bunch of branches up here. This is the tree place. That's nice. I'm not like crazy collecting them, just noticing that they are within sight in some places. Oh hey, what is that? Riverside Avank. Hello. I shall make your acquaintance. Oh, that was quick. All right, never mind. Sorry, nothing to see here. How about the fly? Can I use the fly wings for food? Probably not. Oh hey, there's another Avank. Hey, there's that schwa. Avank. Still not seeing any food. Oh, I see platinum. It's almost as good as food. Maybe better. Daffodil was going to try to follow me today more than me following her, and fell into her old patterns here, I think. So, sorry about that. After all, I know you had things you were going to try and work on, too. I still don't see any food, though. Let's see. Let's take a look at the map. We're heading in another direction. Maybe it's on top of there. So this definitely still has a lot of the same kind of like up and down terrain that we run into in some of the other parts of the Trollshaws. Like this is very familiar, right? Oh, hey, there's some berries. Excellent. I recognize these berries. These are very much like the ones that you pick up during the treasure hunt. In fact, I think they're the same ones. That is awesome. I love it. I love it when they reuse things. Yes, we should go find a cave claw. Like, hey, cave claw. Oh, it's a bear carcass. Wah, wah. Just as you take some of the meat, a bellowing roar disturbs the stillness. Well, hello. Slayer of bears. Hey, we're over here. I know we're hobbits and we're very good at hiding, but come on, you. He just ran right past us. That was funny. Bring the food you collected back to Onora and Rudan. Okay. Do we want to mount up or should we walk over? Oh, actually, I should double check and make sure Willow's got everything she needs. Aha! She did not yet. Oop. Hey. Wonder what happens if we just let him go. Like, does he run to the river? Like, where does he end up? We'll never know. Because I'm a hunter and I just shoot things. That's my job. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sure I'll hit something. Ooh, more branches. Hi, branches. All right, so yeah, if you came in late, we're running around in a new area in Lord of the Rings Online called the Angle of Mitheithel, or at least that's one of the pronunciations. we have not all agreed on a singular pronunciation yet because it's Elvish and you know how that goes. It's level 40 to 45 and there's a new reputation faction and there's new goodies you can get. There's a new barter system, there's a new quartermaster, and there's a storyline that's happening in here. Interesting though, that seems like there's only one faction so far because when they did this same idea where they expanded an area, they kind of filled in some of the gaps. Excuse me, that was over in Breeland when they added the Wildwood, and that's like a 45 to 50 level area. And when they did that, there were two factions that they did, one from the north and one from the south. So I find it interesting they decided to just go with one this time. A bear and a troll. Whew, these wilds are very dangerous, it seems. But you bested these threats and returned with food, and for that you have the thanks of both Onora and Rudan. You're welcome. He gingerly stretches his leg and calls for your attention. Hey, bud. He says, my leg is well enough now for me to walk, but I'm worried about the rest of the journey. You say there is a campsite to the northwest where friends will help us as you have done? I will entrust my life and that of my wife to you, my friend, and I hope that my trust is not misplaced. Will you go ahead of us and clear a path to this camp, this Garond of which you speak? Many are the threats that lurk still ahead of us, and I may not be able to move fast enough to evade them, but if you clear the way, perhaps we will make it. Okay, sure. We'll see what we can do for you, my friend. Are we taking them to the cottage? No. Different place. Oh, my reputation changed. Ba-ba-bum. Let's see. Angle. So, Defenders of the Angle. I'm now an acquaintance. Wow, it's a small number. I just need to get to 6250 to get to the next level. Probably because it's a smaller area than some of the other places. Like, probably not quite as many quests. Oh, look at that little brown bear cub. Hello, little Padawan. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Yeah, these reputation levels. Okay, yeah, there's 6,250 per level instead of 10,000, 20,000, etc. That's pretty awesome. Well, I didn't know if it was that way all the way along, like if it's 6,250 each time, then. So that's cool. It's so funny because I've lived in Colorado for many years of my life, And so seeing 6250, I'm like, no, there's a typo. It's supposed to be 5280 because that's what a mile is. Because Denver was the mile high city because it is 5,280 feet above sea level, at least in one part of it. The part they measured and got that. And then funny thing is because, you know, every so often you go and do the measurements from sea level and sea level changing and all that. So it's on the capital, the state capital in Denver has like a plaque on one of the stairs, and they had to move it to one of the other stairs at one point. So it's kind of funny. I don't think that squirrel is a threat. I may have shot it anyway. Hey, what about that Avank? Hey, Avank. Are you a threat to these people? Yes, you are. That's right. Who's a little threat? Yes, you are. Who's gonna move you out of the way? Let's see. We have, I think, well, I'm at 15 out of 16, but this guy will make 16, I think. Okay, let's go talk to Eladan. I don't know, what's he doing around here? We have cleared the path, though, for the injured fellow. So he should be able to limp his way to the campfire, so that'll be good. Although I do worry about people from Dunland being up in this area. It's a little far away from home, you know? Like, let's see, we're over here, and so we're like in this area, and Dunland is, where is Dunland? Is it Rovanian? Nay. Rohan? Anyway. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, there are Dunlandings in Eregion. Okay, sure. We're just across the river from Eregion. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's how they got, okay, so they came up across the river. Alright, fair. Fair enough. Oh, whoops, sorry, hey, Hall Twayblade. To heal a healer. You there, you look more than capable of handling yourself in these woods. Could I perhaps propose a favor? My name is Hal Twayblade, and I have been tasked by a beautiful elf woman to collect herbs so she may prepare a number of useful medicinal remedies. However, I seem to be having some trouble recalling anything beyond her delicate features, her lovely tresses. He drifts away into his reverie. At last he seems to remember your presence. Oh, there was something else. She did say that a strange breed of mushroom grew in these parts, but I've seen neither stem nor cap of it. I want to get back to her as soon as possible, and I have yet to find any of these mushrooms she mentioned. The two of us will be able to cover more ground. Please say you will help me. You mean the four of us? Which really, it's going to be the three of us, because you're just going to stand here, aren't you, dude? You mean that mushroom right here? Is there a mushroom right here? Well, look at that. Hey, strange mushroom right here. How many do we need? Oh, we need 8 of them. Okay. Yeah, that guy is definitely not paying attention, because if we're just finding them right here. Well, you know, though, like, we're hobbits. We know our food better than some people, perhaps. Oh, thank you. Maybe he doesn't know what a mushroom is, and he was a little embarrassed to say. That's fair. Yeah, mushroom. Sure, I got you. Mushroom. Yeah, whatever you say, lady. I don't know what a mushroom is. Maybe I'll find someone who will help me. Mushroom, that's a kind of frog. It's a room. It's obviously a room where you make food called mush. So it's like maybe where you know, next to like where you take off all your shoes and stuff. Next to the mud room. So we got your mud room and you got your mushroom. Totally makes sense. Hey, I found some more mushrooms. Oh, completed. Deed Slayer of the Angle. Dead Slayer. I like Deed Slayer better. I'm slaying those deeds. Yes, I'm trying to be careful with these mushrooms. Woo! Deliver the strange mushrooms to Hal Twilight. Okay. Hey, bud.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, strange mushrooms to the strange man. This isn't the strange man. That other guy is real sketchy. He's not him. He says, "You're back already? Did you have any luck?" You hand the mushrooms to Hal, and he wrinkles his nose at the foul odor emanating from them. These are great. They look exactly how the healer described, I think. Now, she said you could ingest these raw, and they would have potent healing properties. Now, let me just take a big bite for sure. Uh-oh. It does not take long before his face turns pallid and green. On second thought, did she want me to stay away from these mushrooms? I was rather distracted. Perhaps I did not pay close enough attention. Oh, dear. Do you think you could do me one more favor? The herbs she sent me to recover may be my only hope. Can you seek them out and stay away from those mushrooms? Collect healing herbs and steer clear of the strange mushrooms. You goof. Does death count as a healing effect? I would say no. Some people might say yes because you no longer have the affliction, but you didn't actually get rid of the affliction. You just avoided it. So I would say no. All right, I've got one bundle of healing herbies or herbs, as one might say. Ah, here's another handful. Oh, wow. Hold up, yo. Than Lumren? Oh, that is pretty looking. Look at that. Wow. That's very photogenic, wouldn't you say? Excuse me. Let me get this big bush out of the way, perhaps. Halo. There we go. Oh, hey, I want to get rid of my UI. And we'll get rid of some names. And we'll catch the corner of the peacock, but I think that's okay. Okay. Let me zoom back out. All right, I am needing another bundle of herbs. Ah, there's some over here. Oh, maybe this is to show us this place. Be like, hey, there's stuff and things. Do we want to go over there yet, or we probably get sent over there? Usually things send us places. All right. So we got about another 20 minutes. Yeah, let's go save this goofy guy where he eats all sorts of poisonous things out here. Silly guy. He says, thanks. These must be the herbs I need. Just have to... He crushes them up in his hands before popping them into his mouth. This guy is a little adventurous. After a short time, he stands up straighter. Ah, that should do the trick, at least for the time being. I guess I didn't really pay enough attention when that lovely elf maiden told me about the herbs of the forest. Still, you managed to do everything I asked and help stave off a self-induced stomach ache. For that I am grateful. I'll do my best to remember what the healer said and find some herbs on my own before heading back. Thank you for your help. Sure. Oh, he's got an objective. The Blossom of Love? He says, I can't go back just yet. I'm still searching for another plant for my lovely elf maid. Yes, a rather rare plant at that. Worry not, I've already spotted it. There's just one problem. They seem to be rather a lot of wargs around the area in which it is growing. Normally I'd just slip in and out, but I'm feeling rather a bit weak from those mushrooms earlier. Since you seem so capable, do you think you could try and retrieve the flower for me? It's delicate and very beautiful, and I saw it growing among the mounds to the south. I know it's asking a lot, but I really need this plant before I head back. What do you say? I say you're a goof, but sure. We'll go try and get you this flower and whatnot. Wargs, you say? Is that some sort of a fish? Oh dear, this poor guy. I thought so. So we got another 20 minutes here. Wow. Oh, look at that. It's like elvish lamps all the way through. So pretty. This must be the camp. Neat. Oh. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, hey, there's a person here to talk to. Hey, Baradis.
What can I do?
Darrow, who comes so boldly to Thaumir Lumren? You show the guard the report. Eladan trusts you, it seems, as does Merleg, but our eyes are on you, stranger. You may pass. You will find Theradil near the large tent. Okay, we're going to go talk to that person. Thanks. Oh, hey, first we're going to talk to the stable master. Yay, another stable master. That's good, because this one's a little far away, right? Yeah, this one's over here, and that would take a little while to get to, so... Very happy to have the stable master. Thank you very much, yo. Ah, here's our lady. Hello, elf lady. Are you sending guys out to eat plants? Who are you? I do not recognize you. You hand her the report, which she looks over. I see. It would be false of me to say that your acquaintance was not welcome at this time. We can use your help here, stranger.
Will you lend me your ear?
At present, I personally do not require your aid. However, Glatharn mentioned that he wanted to talk to me about something. Go see if you are able to lend assistance, that I might continue my work. Okay. Aha, quartermaster. What you know? Guide to Tornhad. That's this place, right? No, this is Tham Lumrin. Well. Oh, I can get a guide to that now. Now, I have enough doodle bobbles. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it. Sweet, look at that. I got a new travel skill. I won't use it right now, because if that's not here, then I don't want to take us away from here. All right, sweet. So we all have a warp to... hang on, let me pull up the map. We all have a travel skill to... What's that? What be? We all have a travel skill to down here at the bottom behind my face, I think. Down there. Down there, right here. That's okay. I need to talk to Glenfon here.
How can I be of service?
Okay. Hang on just a second, y'all. So I think our Bjorning has to take off, but we'll continue our little duo Hobbit adventure. I'm always so glad when folks in our kin, when we can all get together, so it makes me happy. Yay! So, yes, happy travels, Rear Willow. Okay. So Glatharn says, gives us, in the quest, Twisted Gold. All right, he says, Megavon, I am indeed Glatharn. I heard tell that you might be interested in offering assistance to our cause. I have a slightly odd request. We are camped near the ruins of Tham Lumrin, as you see. As with the rest of Hod Erthaid, Tham Lumrin has played host to countless battles, many of which saw elves and men meet their demise. For some of those folks, a physical death was not enough to send their spirits onward, and they lurk among the ruins, attacking blindly and imagining that their last battle still rages. I have identified certain artifacts that I believe are tethering these troubled shades, twisted golden armbands that they wore in life. Thathril will not grant me leave to assist these confused soldiers, but you have the freedom to do so. Please go and collect armbands from the shades. Okay, sure. Hey, whatever we can do to help people, go to rest. Are you hitting the milestone here? Yeah? Let's see, what do I want to drop? I will drop Ziggelgund. Okay. Alright. When milestone skills were on sale, may go Von in. No, go Von in. Like in the house. May go Von in? That was great. Yeah, so anyway, so in December they had sales on like all sorts of great stuff, and so the milestone skills were on, travel skills were on sale. So we went ahead and purchased all of them. And then, because we were going into Moria, and we knew that there's so many places where, once you go into Moria, it's a lot easier if you don't have to go back. And we have our milestone skills set to 5 minutes, so it's really easy for us to get around really quickly. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, we were talking about the travel window earlier, and I don't know if you're still here, but let me show you a cool little trick with the travel window. Here, hang on just a second. Where did you go? I've lost track of you. Hang on a second. Around the corner. Okay, so if I go to the travel window, which is the little suitcase there in the corner, and I right click on it, yeah, so check untrained skills. So like I just got a new skill, so it might not be showing. Like, okay, if I just click on the suitcase normal, my new skill, which is this one, it looks kind of like a couple of trees maybe, Guide to Tornhad, you'll notice that it's not there, okay? So, yeah, it doesn't know about a new travel skill. Oh, it might not know about this travel skill, so it might not find it because this is too new. But if I check untrained skills, it's gonna look and see if there's anything that I've learned since the last time I ran that. Okay, as with the plugins, as I mentioned earlier, you know, these are just managed by fans of the game, you know, like us. And so the person who maintains Travel Window 2 probably hasn't had a chance to get all of the stuff from the from this new update and add it in there, like the new travel skills. So once those are added in, then I'll be able to do that and it'll show up for me, which is a pretty cool thing. But like when I go and discover something new that's been around in the game for a while, but new to my character, it's pretty cool because it's just like, that's how you get it added into your list real easy.
What can I do for you?
He says, ah, you return. I knew you were more than a match for those four spirits. Come, let me see what you bring. You hand him an armband. Yes, it is as I thought. I think I know how we can help these warriors. The rivers that surround the Angle often ran red after the battles that were fought here. So much loss and violence has twisted some of the plants that grow in the area. On their banks, you will find a twisted rot root. Collect a bouquet of their flowers and bring it here. And give it to that other guy too, right? No. Yeah, she's got a quest though. I see a ring popped up. She says, my scouts have returned with reports of dangerous creatures lurking on the shores of the local rivers. Since you'll be heading in that direction on Glatharn's foolish errand, why not see what you can do to dispose of the creatures? Sure. We can help out with that. No problemo. Okay, so yes, so we're coming into the last, excuse me, the Denethor School of Diplomacy. Look, just because she's been driven crazy by looking in her future seeing ball, it's not her fault. It is tempting to just try and jump off of here, isn't it? But I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Anyway, we are coming down to like the last 10 minutes or so of the stream. So if you have anything that you wanted to talk about or before we go, let me know. And like if there's stuff that you're like, you know, hey, we started to talk about this earlier and we got distracted. There's some platinum, by the way, to the right. I saw it as we were coming down the path. So yeah, if there's anything that you're like, some burning questions you have about the game, as we talked about earlier, I'm not an SSG employee. I don't know, you know, I don't know how things are necessarily done behind the scenes, but you know, I am a person who plays games and listens carefully to when people who do work for SSG have things to say. So I often have reasonable theories on things. I'm happy to share any thoughts that I have. For example, I'm finding it rather interesting how elven heavy this new area is. And it makes me wonder, so they did a lot of, oh, your bear was trying to swim and just doing like, creating bubbles. That's funny. They did just do a huge dwarven arc, right? So they had like the War of the Three Peaks and Fate of Gundabad. You know, I think there was another one in there, right? So like this big thing all about dwarves, and then they capped that off with not just Fate of Gundabad and the missions there and stuff, but also then with the Erebor housing, which is very dwarven looking. You know, it's underground. Yeah, this feels very Brunnen-like. I agree. This is really good. Although it also feels, it reminds me of some of the places where if you're swimming up the Brandywine, Like if you're going from the Shire and swimming up the Brandywine to like, say, Avendim. Has some of that look to it as well. Anyway, so they said that after a bunch of extra elvish game element left. Yeah, so the fact that they've gone heavy on elves in this one, I mean, it's a mix of elf and man for sure, and there's some hobbits thrown in with the stores, right? So which way are they hinting? Is my question. Like, are they saying that we're going elves next? Or are they saying that we're going hobbits next? Because I can't imagine, I mean, they're not going to go dwarves. They did the big dwarf thing. I know river hobbits would be pretty cool. My guess is, Scenario is one of the SSG developers, and he's the one who's like in charge of housing, and also he does a lot of like landscape and stuff too. He develops a bunch of stuff. So he has kind of hinted that they're going somewhere else, and that there might be premium housing again. Like they've already started talking and thinking about the next premium housing. I think he did say that at one of his streams, because he streams on here about once a month-ish. He goes and takes you on a tour of one of the lands and kind of explains like how did they, come up with some of the ideas that they did, and just, it's really cool seeing it from a developer's perspective, right? The choices they made. So where are they going next, right? What are they doing next? I'm wondering, so is it going to be a very deep dive like the dwarven stuff was? So would it be a deep dive into elves or hobbits or man? And we've already had some pretty man-heavy stuff, like with Rohan and Gondor. I mean, there's some elves involved in that, but it is pretty heavy on race of man, right? So I don't see that as being the focus. Now, I could see something as like a blend, like how they have to after the war is over. There's a lot of kind of tidying up, and Saruman's gone, but the people who were loyal to them don't just like disappear. They're just not as organized anymore, right? But they're still probably not, happy to just lay down their arms and pick up a fishing pole necessarily. So there probably is some need to, make that happen. And Aragorn was very instrumental in that. So that could be a direction that they go. That definitely takes us more Fourth Age, right? But they definitely could go that direction. Would not surprise me, because it would be a continuation from the wedding stuff they've already done, and that it kind of hints at that at the end of it, because you get to the end of book 5, the wedding stuff, and it's like more adventures to come. So they're going to go somewhere, right? So our Arbany says, hobbits, I hope, but there's not much to explore about hobbits combat-wise. You think it'd be man, with some hobbits and elves in between. So it could be that way. River 5B4 says, I'm hoping river hobbits with a new farmer's fair hobby. They do keep mentioning that a new hobby might be coming. That would be really cool. Okay, so the flower guy says, in other lands, these flowers grow tall and proud. Here in the Angle, they grow twisted by the memories of violence and strife. I have prepared a pyre using an incantation for purifying it and letting go. So take the armbands, add them to the fire with the bouquet that you gathered, and may the hearts of the warriors find peace, and may the twisted flowers unfurl and bloom again. Okay. This pyre. Hey, we have a dwarf. It's Biggie Smalls. Cute. We shall cheer back at him. Woohoo! Skill up by winning vegetable competition.
How can I be of service?
He says, did you feel it? Like a warm summer wind and that sweet scent. I believe we have done it, friend. We are a step closer to healing this land and granting peace to troubled souls. Well, one can only hope. All right, and What does our lady friend have to say?
What do you need?
Thank you for your effort here in the Angle. It has allowed me to focus on other things of great import, and for that I thank you. Like what? I'm curious. Apparently it's Nunya, as in Nunya business. She's not going to tell me. Okay, so they definitely could be doing some Race of Man stuff. Oh, we completed Narnian's objectives. Shall we ride back there? Oh, like using the stable master? Yeah, sure. Wait, way are we going? Garond. Is that a place? Which one's Garond? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Ah. How about the one that says Garond? I'm still getting used to the new stable masters, man. And they're all elk mounts now, as like to kind of differentiate them from other places, I guess. It's kind of, I mean, I'm not sure where in the canon, where in the lore you get that, except from like in the movie. But it's kind of cool though. I do like it. I like the elks as mounts. So I'm kind of sold on that idea. Wow, we have a couple of people here. Yeah, you'd pay real money for turtle or tortoise mounts for the river hobbits. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun, wouldn't it?
You need.
Oh, hey, Eladan, how's it going? Safe passage to Garond. He says, no, I have not left the Angle just yet. Anyway, always, I believe myself ready to leave, and always it seems something comes up anew. Why, just now my arrows saved the lives of 2 Dunlendings fleeing from some villainy in the south. Uh-oh. A pair of half-orcs nearly put blades to their flesh, but my bow was the swifter. I think we met the 2 Dunlendings. Their names are Honora and Rudhan. Hey, they say they know you and owe you their lives. I said they owe them to me as well, but I made the jest and they stared at me with frightened eyes. So I think I should leave the jokes for my brother. You should speak to them, and then I really must return to Imladris, but something always comes up. Indeed. Hey, Narnian, what you got? The Crumbling Halls of Glenfon. Welcome back. Have you found something interesting? You hand her the stone. Fascinating. This is a Gwelmir, a weatherstone. It sadly has lost most of its function, but when it was first created, it would have indicated what the weather is in a certain area. They were an experiment that had been considered a failure, as one could easily look to the skies to count the clouds. You say you found this in an ancient smile. What a perfect use for such a device. It must have been gifted to an elf friend long ago. Thank you for bringing it to me. I look forward to studying its properties. Okay. And what else? Yes, if the rock is wet, it's raining, and if it's hot, it's sunny, or just warm. All right, she says, the lost treasures of Hod Etheid. What interesting things you have brought me. I look forward to learning what I can about them. Thank you for keeping them out of the hands of those who would not appreciate them for their history and artistry. You have my thanks. You're welcome. Oh, she's got more. Relics of Lost Kingdoms. You have done so much more than I could have hoped for, my friend. These artifacts will certainly tide me over until the Angle is a safer place for my studies. I hear that you're doing what you can to further that cause as well. I thank you. Oh, I have to pick some pants. You know, I haven't even been looking at them. I suppose I ought to look at them. Well, I'm wearing a dress, so we're not going to be looking at them. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to worry about it. I never wear, this character never wears pants. She's always wearing a dress. But I see some rings back here. Oh, hey, it's our Dunlending friends. Hi.
What can I do for you?
So she says, thank you. We could not have made it this far without you. I know much of the north remains ahead of us, and the journey is not yet ended. Where are they going? But it feels good to have come so far from the dangers we left behind. Whatever awaits us, Rudin and I will face it together. Thank you for aiding us. You are a friend to our family and our folk from this day forward. You did not need to help us, but you did, and for that we are both grateful. Sure. Sure.
How can I be of service?
And he says, we are in your debt, for the path to Garond was mostly clear of the foes we feared, and I know that was your doing. We were fortunate for the quick bow of the elf who greeted us as well, though Honora distrusts him. If he is a friend of yours, he will be a friend of ours as well, in time. Unless he is prone to jest. Perhaps not then. Oh, hey. I think we just got more reputation with the people of the Angle. Yep, we are now friends to the defenders of the Angle. Dum, da, da, dum. Well, neat. Some Dunlendings have joined the party. That's cool. Hey, does this quartermaster have something different, or is it the same? Okay. So I think it's the same as the other quartermaster had. Okay. So there's the wolf dog, the cinderhawk, the gray squirrel. I can pick those up. the bucket planter of wisteria. There's an empty planter if I want to put something in that. I could get a return to Torn Had by myself, but I would prefer to just use the travel skill that I have as a hunter. Makes more sense. All right. Well, let's see. We have other things we could go and do. Oh, it's time. Well, hey, look at that. That's good. Good place to end it then. So, last minute thoughts and questions. If anybody's got anything, I'm hoping for hobbits. I mean, they haven't done the scouring of the Shire, so that's huge, right? So that is something they could do, and then they could easily fit in the Hobbit housing, you know, like in the South Farthing or other places that we have run into. Oh, cute Willow, too, brown pear cub. Other places we've seen hobbits, even here, perhaps, for premium housing. So I mean, that could be an area to go. Scouring of the Shire definitely has to be done very carefully. So if they did decide to do it it would have to be something where they're, definitely managing it very carefully. But man, that could be a good one. So it would not surprise me to see them do hobbits, and them doing the store's little sideline here makes me curious. It's also, I can't imagine that they don't already know where they're going. In fact, I think they have said that they know where they're going. So I guess they're not using they're not using the angle as kind of a test to see what people want. It would have to be already like a taster of what's to come. That would be my guess. So I'm thinking there's some breadcrumbs here, but we'll have to wait and see which ones are the real ones. All right. Well, I think we are going to get going. Let's see, today is the 17th. Let me pull up my biography on this character, because I have put into her description the calendar dates when events are happening. So for example, Hobnanigans happened February 3rd through 7th. That was earlier this month. Spring Festival is March 17th is when that kicks off. So we've got a little bit of time still. We've still got 4 weeks before we have Spring Festival. So for the next 3 weeks then in between, if we haven't finished the angle by next week, then we'll come back and do some more in here. Wouldn't surprise me though if we take some time and run around here some more, because this is kind of cool. I'm liking this. Let's see what else. And there's always missions, and we haven't done the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins on the stream, I don't think, or if we did, it's been a while. So that's something we might go and do, and you can get to that through Rivendell. And now that there's a stable master right there, that's kind of cool. It's just they're just on the other side of the bridge from that new stable master, so that's neat. All right. Well, I don't see any last minute questions in the chat, so I think we will go ahead and wrap it up from here. So thank you everybody for joining me on this adventure today. I have a lot of fun running around, in Middle Earth in LOTRO. I like what they've done, and I like the gameplay, and I really enjoy the game. So I figure if I'm going to be playing the game and having fun with it, I might as well, you guys get to be my kind of digital fellowship and come with me as well. So I appreciate you all coming along with me and the fun that we have together. So, all right, I will be back here next Thursday, same time, so 1 p.m. server time. That's every Thursday. If you are into plugins, Affidil streams on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Server time. So you can catch either one of us here throughout the week. All right. And then there's a schedule. We'll post a link to the schedule, and you can see everybody's, all the streamers on here if you ever want to come back and check out different people at different times. All right. Thanks for coming along, everybody. And until I see you next time, make sure you stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye now. Bye.